So what is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, January 20th. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So technically, today is the first day of the trading week. Because yesterday, what was a half day? It was a bank holiday. I don't really count that in my mind. So this is the first day I'm actually trading this week. But for my bias, I want to say I'm bullish, honestly. One thing, so we came down into this gap down here. Like, if you look at the 4 hour, right, we're reacting out of, like, this gap kind of down here. It's even a BPR, right? Like, on the 4 hour, we had this fair value gap right here. We inverted it and created a fair value gap in the same place, right? So we're tapping into this inverse and this 4 hour gap down here. Looks like right now we're giving a reaction out of it. Honestly, part of the main reason I'm really bullish, though, is this new week opening gap. You see the 200 SMA got hit? Interesting. So we probably got like a higher time frame pullback. But oh, what's up, MCO2? How are you, bro? But so we have this new week opening gap. So I always view, like, when we open, like, this is the difference between Friday's closing price, right, and Sunday's opening price. So I feel like this gap needs to be filled in, honestly, and typically these gaps do get filled in. Yo, what's up, Kane? How are you? You said good morning, Tim. How are you, bro? I'm good. How about you, Samuel? Dylan said, what's up, my guy? What's up, Dylan? Appreciate all you guys coming by this morning. But yeah, so I'm bullish to this new week opening gap, honestly. As long as we keep giving me, like, good price action toward it. The only thing I'm looking at right now is there is an SMT at this high up here. I really don't want to see this SMT hold. Oh, one other thing I marked out I think is pretty interesting. So this actually took me a minute to figure out, but if you scroll all the way back here, it's actually pretty far back. Around the same place of this, like, hourly, the 4 hour gap I was talking about, if we look at this right here, I'm like pretty sure this is a data low left behind from Thursday, December 18th. So, you know, I was talking about data lows and data highs or strong draws and liquidity. We literally swept a data low from like a full month ago now, right? And then when I scroll all the way back, this can take forever, right? You can actually see we actually came and swept out that data low and reacted off, which I think is really interesting, honestly. There's no SMT or anything, but you said, could this be a liquidity grab and then dump? I mean, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Like, I could definitely see us taking out this high over here and dumping. I'd prefer for that not to happen. Because I feel like higher time frame, I want to be bullish, so I want to start getting confirmation in bullish order flow. But like, I always have to be reactive, right? Like, honestly, like, especially if there's this SMT, because you can see, like, ES never took out that high and NQ did. So, like, if we started dumping from there, I'd have to be kind of bearish, at least, for a bit. And me, personally, I don't like taking trades, like, directly next to the open. Like, I like to, like, let things calm down a little bit. Give it a couple minutes. It's looking like this SMT is being disrespected, though. I want to see ES break above this high up here. So the thing is, so let's say if we keep continuing in bullish order flow, right? I'd be waiting for either a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap to open up. And then I wait for like a retracement into there. Okay, let's say we open up a 5-minute, we pull back into it, give me an inversion coming out of it. Maybe pull back a little bit. Probably just go for a 1-to-1. It depends how close we are to any clear targets. Like, let's say if something like that happened and we're a lot closer to, like, Asia highs. I might target, like, Asia highs, but... You said we tapped into a bearish 1 hour. I mean, yeah, we tapped into this 1 hour. Honestly, I'm low-key kind of fading. Like, I'm expecting, I mean, it could hold, but if I had to guess, I think this 1 hour gap is going to get disrespected. It's just going to keep going up. and not even reacted at all, to be honest. If I had to guess. I mean, I like to be reactive, but... Baka Kenu says, what's up, Tim? What's up, Baka Kenu? How are you, bro? And Vizid said, what's up, bro? Finally back. What's up, Vizid? You said I'm long biased? Me as well. You said easy longs? Yeah, dude, this new week opening gap, I'm drooling over it. Oh my god. I saw that new week opening gap happen like Monday, and I was like, ooh, I'm targeting this. He said, bro said drooling. I wonder how big is this new week opening gap? Like 200 points. You said drooling is an understatement, though. That's a juicy gap. It really is, though. Especially, too, I feel like when you zoom out, like, I feel like a lot of those, like, huge gaps, sometimes they can be in, like, counter trend, if you know what I mean. But honestly, like, I know we're chopping on the daily and all, but, like, I could see us being bullish here. Like, this low-key is chop, but... Swept out this low over here. You know, let's think about the, what is this? The yearly PO3? No, I'm joking. Can I do is a 12-month time frame thing? Yeah, the yearly PO, I'm joking, obviously. You see that we have this yearly manipulation down? So I guess we took out London High on NQ. You said volume probably looks good for longs too. I mean, yeah, we're forming some bullish order flow right now, at least. You said we swept lows and we were reacting a 4-hour order block. I personally don't use order blocks. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really use order blocks either. The main thing I was looking at is I was marking out like this BPR, this balanced price range. Like we have this 4-hour inverse right around here, as well as inside that, we have like this 4-hour gap down here. So I feel like we kind of came down and we tapped into it so perfectly. Like you can see the body. The body closed at the start of the gap and we wicked through it and came right back up. At least that's the way I'm viewing it. I'm personally not the biggest fan of order blocks myself. I think it's funny because I say I'm not the biggest fan of order blocks, but I used to trade like exclusively order blocks a long time ago. Like that was my model. Yeah, you said it swept the 1-hour internal low created in December. Yeah, I was looking at that. Well, it's more like I guess at the start of January. That's why I was making that joke before, where I was saying the yearly PO3. I was just trying to make a joke about how, I mean, honestly, I don't really, the yearly chart's not something I think about whatsoever, but like, we manipulated below January's lows, putting in a low on the yearly chart. You said if this 1 hour closes bullish, that means we swept the lows reacting off the order block. It means we're also inverting the 1 hour. I mean, yeah. And honestly, I feel like we might invert this 1 hour, even if we don't invert like this 1 hour up here. I'm really expecting this 1 hour gap up here to get ran through. We put in SMT at the top again. You said that the 1 hour gap up there ain't really a profit. He said, yo, Tim, I got a girlfriend. Hey, that's what's up, Baka Kenu. Happy for you, man. She said, "Did y'all enjoy the weekend?" Bach did. Honestly, I enjoyed my long weekend though. I slept a bunch. I low-key needed it. There's actually one day I took 2 separate naps. I low-key felt bad, but I needed it. You said, bro, Monday was boring? What, because you couldn't trade? Bro said, when should I ask? I mean, it depends. That depends on a lot of things. I mean, I don't think there's a concrete answer for that one. I also don't think I'm the right guy to give you the answer to that. Bro said, ask her to hit when you get funded. You said I had work and couldn't trade. That's like double trouble. You said you felt bad because you were napping? Honestly, yeah. Like, I'm low-key like a workaholic. I feel like if I'm not working... Oh, you know, I should lock in a little more. We tapped into this 5-minute gap over here. Honestly, wait, I gotta lock in. So we're opening up this 1-minute gap over here. $66 points, 3 contracts. Am I about to take this? There's no 2-minute gap. There's no 3-minute gap. There's no 4-minute. There's no 5-minute. This is the highest time frame gap in the current price leg. Honestly, if we close through this 1-minute gap right here, I'm about to try this inverse long. So we have, what, 13 seconds till we get to close through this gap? Honestly, I'm going to try this if we get this close. Okay, so I'm in there. So I'm going to go break even when either NQ or ES takes that internal high. I'll show my executions in a second. I'll just go for 1-to-1, honestly. I just want to see, are there any obvious draws nearby that I could target? Not really. Like, I feel like I could go for a crazy, like, 1-to-2 on this, and it might hit, but honestly, I've low-key been getting cooked. I feel like a 1-to-1 would just help my psychology. Did someone say waiting for tariff news at 10? Whatever, it's not on Forex Factory. So I'm still watching. I feel like ES is the leading pair right now. So if ES, I know you guys can't see ES, but if ES takes the most recent internal high, I will be going break even, which might be a quick break even, which I don't want to do, but I gotta follow my plan. Oh, ES took the high. I gotta be break even. So I need this thing to run right now. Yeah, I'll just go for like a $400 win. Well, we're 15 minutes into market open. This might be working out well for me. No, I shouldn't jinx it. Yeah, that's stopped at break even. That was worth trying, honestly. They said W trade. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I mean, I can break down why I wanted to take that real quick while I got the time. So essentially, we tapped into this 5 minute gap, right? Like, I feel like right now we're moving in bullish order flow, right? Like, we're making higher highs, higher lows. We opened up this 5 minute bullish gap. We traded into it and rejected out of it pretty strongly. And then we inverted this 1 minute gap right here, which is essentially the highest time frame gap in the current price leg. So, at that point, I'm viewing the most recent internal high or low as like the draw, right? So, the thing is, I just wanted to go, I wanted to go break even because I saw like ES came out, took out the internal high, and it also even took out London highs now. So, like, I wouldn't want to see that SMT hold. Like, don't get me wrong, this setup could still work out, but I really don't want to take a chance that SMT holds. But honestly, that was worth trying. Where I don't remember which I was answering last. I think I was talking about, you said you felt bad because you were napping. I guess I don't remember if I finished explaining that one. Essentially, I feel bad when I nap because I feel like I'm a workaholic and I feel like I always gotta be working 24/7. Like, honestly, like, if you spend a couple of days with me, you'd be surprised that, like, I feel like all I do is work, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I go between, like, live streaming and then I'm making content online and then I'm working stuff for my business and then I work a part-time job and then I feel like then I'm learning about trading in my free time as well. But said thanks to Restream bot. Said Bear's turn. Oh yeah, I mean, just so you guys know too, the Restream bot, it's like a bot that copies chat between YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So not like it matters, but like, you know, it says Restream bot, then it'll say in parentheses Twitch Vised. Like, that means that was that's someone on Twitch, like, named Vised saying that. But just so you guys know. He said, don't ask without setting the mood. He said, I feel like it's going to be a BE stop raid. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking this could be a stop raid. I feel like this is one of these things where me following my plan saved me. Like, honestly, if you were to ask me, did I want to go break even after that inverse? Honestly, not really, because I had high conviction this trade play out. I feel like it's just the thing that, like, my trading plan tells me. Like, I go break even when either NQ or ES takes the internal high, in case there's an SMT that holds. And then this setup could still play out, I mean, but... He said, you are a young dude, use the energy while you got it. You said this was a good trade, not gonna lie. Honestly, I'd say this is a pretty good trade, honestly. It's looking like it might still play out. I wonder is... Nah, there's no way I can get a re-entry on this. Because there's no SMT at the low. Yeah, I can't re-enter this. He said, I'm gonna get stopped out, bro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's looking like you're getting a little bit of hope right now. You said trade play out? Nah, I mean, me personally, I got stopped at break even on this. The trade could still play out. Just me personally, I wanted to move to break even then. GC Trading System says, hey, what's up, GC Trading Systems? How are you? He said, we got Gramps in the chat. You said, bro, it's looking like a barcode. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like when I first entered this trade, it did look good. And now it's kind of chopping. You said, imagine trading as a grandpa. That's cool. Yeah, honestly, sometimes I wonder about that. Like, I know, there's gonna come a day where I'm gonna get so old that trading's not really gonna mesh well with me. Because I feel like when you get older, your reaction time gets slow. You, like, have less of a stress tolerance. I always wonder what age I'm gonna get to and just be like, nah, I can't do this trading stuff anymore. The only thing is I really do enjoy it, though. But Bro said getting fried in the barcode. I mean, it's moving your way. You should be a break even now, I think. You said tariff news at 10 a.m., remember? It's weird that it doesn't show on Forex Factory. It's January 20th. Ooh. You said, not gonna lie, if you enjoy it, do it for a long time, you'll always be good at it. I mean, yeah. You said, depends how much money you make along the way. That's facts. Ooh, that's a good close in this 1 minute candle. You said I closed the trade because it'll be... That's what's up. Oh, and if I were to have taken this... If I was still in this trade, I would 110% be break even now. But it's like a couple points away from 1-to-1. You said, what's going on at 10 a.m.? Apparently there's tariff news. I don't see it on Forex Factory, but I really don't doubt it. You said, I'm scared of tariffs, bro. Yes, stocks fall as Trump threatens tariffs on European countries over Greenland. You said, bro, remember the last time Trump tweeted? You said they said on another channel. I mean, I don't doubt you, honestly. I wish Forex Factory's better about updating this stuff, though. You said it's ES's fault I went break even on this trade. Yeah, me too. You said, as I thought, stop rate, I'm correct. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that's what happened to me essentially, right? I mean, like I got what I call stop rated, where like it hit my stop and it went my way. It also could be like, you also could say a stop rate is like, let's say I enter this trade right here, and then it takes out my stop, and then it goes my way. Like that's a stop rate. You said, nah, Trump won't take Greenland because Norwegian people. Hey, what's up, Aki? Bro's like, I'm standing up for my land. I said, okay, thanks for the lesson. Yeah, of course. You know, it'd be really funny to see. Imagine if this thing gets really close to where my take profit was and then just comes back down to break even. He said, sorry, brother, for what? You're good. I was just trying to make a joke. You said maybe war will start. Well, we don't have any beef. You said, nah, can't take Greenland. Zeus is going to get angry. The Vikings. So I guess in 5 minutes, we're going to open up like a 15-minute gap. Like down here. It would honestly be nice if we could pull back into the 15-minute gap and react out of there. That'd be nice. But... You said, so the restream bot is vised from Twitch? Yes, exactly. It's just, like you wouldn't be able to see his chats unless the bot copied it between platforms. You said, what up, YouTube? You said, hence the name Restream. Yeah, I use that software called Restream. Bro said, I'd love to go to YouTube. Your audio on Twitch. I guess, is the audio quality better on Twitch for some reason? I wonder why that would be. Because what Restream does, though, is You said he breathed oxygen like us? The Restream bot? No, that's an AI bot, I assume. But I send my stream to something called Restream, and then it sends it for me to YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at the same time. Like, because otherwise, I'd have to, like, run, like, three separate streams at once. You know, it'd be suggesting me the craziest platforms to stream on. It's like, do you want to stream on Facebook? I'm like, what? Why would I stream trading on Facebook? He said, honestly, how's it going, mate? Pretty good. How about you? He said, if you go to college, does that make you AI? How would going to college make you AI? But, interesting. So, honestly, regardless of when I went break even, this trade would have stopped me at break even. You said, what's the bias? Have you taken any trades? So, at this current moment in time, I'm bullish. I feel like on the daily, like the daily looks pretty choppy. But once you look at the 4 hour, we kind of swept out like this low over here. And we're also tapping into this, like what I call a BPR, balanced price range. So we inverted this 4 hour and we opened up these multiple like 4 hour gaps inside of here. So right, we have an inverse and a regular gap at the same place. And I actually marked out, there's even data lows from like December 18th we left behind. We swept those. So we took out all those things. We're reacting off of it. And there's also this new week opening gap, right? You can see like the difference between Friday's close and Sunday's open is like 1%. So I feel like we're going to draw to this gap and at least fill in some of it. So I'm bullish up until there. And I've taken one trade so far today. I took this 1 minute inverse right here, but it actually stopped me at break even. So we pretty much just like tapped into this 5 minute gap. I get so many drawings now. But we tapped into this 5 minute gap over here. And we inverted the highest time frame gap in the current price leg, right? This 1 minute is the highest time frame gap. So once we closed through that, I took a long. But ES took the high, so I went break even pretty quick. So I mean, it pretty much just like I entered here. It went up a little bit. And I just get stopped at break even right after. You said, imagine explaining Restream bot to someone in the early 2000s is like explaining fire to a caveman. Yeah, it is funny to think about. I feel like if you went back and explained, like, imagine you went to the 50s, even the 50s. Like, go back to the 50s and explain to people about artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. You know the AI videos? You know those AI videos of, like, cats showing up to your door and, like, playing the violin and stuff? Imagine showing that to someone from the 50s. Bro said, I'm not AI yet. He's gonna transform into the Terminator. So I guess 10 a.m. is going to happen in like a couple minutes. Said bro's going to become a cyborg. So let me get rid of... I have too many drawings here. You should see that big ass candle drop. That's why I closed my trade. You said they would literally explode, happen in the movies like Spider Attack. So honestly, at this point, I'm mostly looking to see us tap into this 15-minute gap down here, and I'm looking for a long out of there. At the same time of us tapping into this 15-minute, we might also sweep out this low inside this gap, maybe. We'll see. But bare minimum, I want to see us trade down into this 15-minute for me to take a long. You said you were right. I'm in 2018. I feel like a caveman watching fire for the first time. You said BRB, gonna check news. You're good. So I live in Ethiopia. You know, it was taking me a second to get that, but I was getting there. But I mean, we can look at the news real quick. I got nothing else to do. So I mean, I'll pull up the news for the week. So it's not showing this, but I could probably Google it. You said Jim makes me so hungry. I'm gonna make food, bro. I'm gonna cook. I'll be back. You got it. Gym makes me so hungry too, honestly. I mean, it's normal, right? Like you're burning calories. Your body wants calories back. Why does Top Step keep moving NQ from open to closed? You said no tariff today. Yeah, today, maybe tomorrow. Although I guess you probably checked like the speech of them talking or whatever. Yeah, you said how nice Top Step bugging out again. You saw that too? Yeah, you said opening and closing for me too. Yeah, I keep hearing in the background it says the market is now open. I'm like, what do you mean the market's now open? The market's been open. You said it's not on docket? I don't even know what docket is. Oh, a court docket is an official record? Oh, okay. You said, yo, Tim, did you see Speed stream in Ethiopia? I mean, I don't know if I saw the one specifically in Ethiopia, but I definitely saw a bunch of his streams of him, like, going to, like, Africa in that area. I definitely saw that one clip where he was trying to buy diamonds or something, and they were like, you can't buy diamonds, and they were like, this one guy owns all the diamonds, and they were like, shh, you're not supposed to say that here. I don't know if that makes sense. You said basically they got like 20 cases going and other cases are today, but tariffs will be there eventually. Interesting. Out of curiosity, what's the other channel that's dropping this sauce? I'm kind of curious. So Nas not in Ethiopia. Honestly, one time in my life, I definitely gotta travel to Africa. I feel like it's a random place I want to go to. Like, I just want to see what it's like there. I know there's like better areas and worse areas, but You said beginner trading on YouTube? Interesting. I'll look into that later. You said we got our speed, and it literally looks like a real speed. I want to see us pull back into this 15-minute gap. We're just keep edging it. You should see the stream. You said ES already took the gap and Q doesn't have to go back to it. I mean, that is true. But I feel like since I only trade NQ, I just don't want to leave an unfilled gap at my stop loss, if that makes sense. Because like, let's say if I did take it long, I'm just putting an unfilled gap at my stop, and I don't like that. We might get the pullback I want, though. Maybe. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, but I think when you were talking to me about the speed, I think you're talking about this guy, right? The guy that looks like speed. You said Patrick went over that on his new YouTube series. Yeah, I guess you're talking about from Patrick from PB Trading. Honestly, I have been watching that, but I feel like just because someone does something doesn't mean I necessarily follow it to a T. But so at least NQ finally tapped into that 15-minute gap. So I'm looking to see a reaction coming out of there. There's no 30 seconds, so you said ES might inverse the 15-minute. I mean, ES might invert the 15-minute, but NQ might not. And I just need NQ not to inverse it, but so we're probably gonna open this 1-minute gap right here. I honestly might just go for an inverse of this 1 minute, maybe. You said, yo, Tim, I got a question. What's up? So we did open up. You said, I'm back boiling some eggs, RN. Did you see that we tapped into the 15-minute gap? Like, that we just tapped into a 15-minute. And there's this 1-minute gap we created right here. There's a chance we might invert it. I don't know if you saw it, Vized. Because there's no... Oh, we might open a 2-minute maybe. Or maybe not, I lied. There is a 2-minute gap, like, up here. But I want to go break even somewhere up there, honestly. You said, let's say we have a bullish bias. I have a bullish bias right now. If this candle shoots up and closes through this gap, I might try this. So we didn't close through it just yet. You said I hope we open a 2-minute. Now I guess the 2-minute didn't open. There's only the 2-minute up here. But you said no 2-minute. I mean, it's possible we could keep coming down to maybe, I don't know what we'd open up, but you said we open up a 2.5 min? What's a 2.5 min? Ooh, so honestly, if we come up and close through this gap, I like the break-even point as well. It's got a nice break-even point. Ugh. If we close through this 1-minute gap, I'm gonna try this. If we need a close though, like a good close. Can you not run away without me? It's like 5 contracts. So there's like 10 seconds till this candle close. If it closes right where it is right now, I'm gonna try this long. I don't like how it's pulling back like this. Ooh, that's not a close to the gap. That's a shit close. So I'm not in just yet. Just want to double check. There's no 2-minute, there's no 3-minute, there's no 4-minute, there's no 5-minute. So the 1-minute gap is the highest time frame gap in this current price leg. You said it's not a shit close. That's a shitty close. That candle was looking good. I mean, yeah, the candle was looking good. I just hate... Yeah, I just hate the way it closed. Now, what is this candle doing? Is this another bad close? Okay, come on. Give me my close. I want this candle to shoot up. That's like barely a good close. I'm going to try this. That was so not a good close, though. Is Top Step lagging? Dude, I gotta show my executions because Top Step's lagging. Do you guys see this? Why is my Top Step lagging? Okay, I guess we're back. So I'm low-key under wrist, which I'm okay with because I'm not too 100% confident in this setup. If this setup fails, you said don't take it. Oh, bro, took it. Honestly, yeah, I don't know if it was the best decision to take it, but I feel like my bias higher time frame though was kind of the reason I took it. I want to see a strong close so that I can be confident in this, because I feel like I don't have 100% confidence in this trade right now. That's not what I want to see. Fuck. I'm about to get stopped out, aren't I? Said red trade for me too. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a chance it could wick up. I feel like the main reason I like this trade though is because I just feel like higher time frame it's pretty obvious we're bullish. I feel like the internal structure might not be the best. I'm gonna add one, honestly. No, should I add one? I'm gonna wait until it wicks up to add one. Because I'm low-key under risked. You said definitely feels like it's gonna re-sweep these lows. Yeah, you might be right. I mean, we'll see. Not the best close right there. He said, not gonna be hard on myself. It's ugly right now. I mean, yeah, this price action is not the best. Right now, at least. Ooh. That is not the reaction I wanted to see. Yeah, I'm not going to stop that out. Aren't I? What? Okay, I added one there because, like, that type of wick up right there, like, I'll be in my full position size if we're going to act like this. Ooh, that's a strong close. I like that. Honestly, if I wasn't in this trade already, I would have entered there. I just got to pay attention to ES when it takes my break-even point. You said, is that equal lows at your stop loss? I feel like on MNQ, damn, there's no way you're about to come back down. But I feel like on MNQ, it looks like they're equal lows. But on NQ, they're really not equal lows. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, and ES never took the break-even point. What's up, KVN? How are you? Yeah, okay, I'm out there. Damn. That was an interesting trade. That thing wicked up so hard. So we've reswept the low inside this 15-minute gap. Yeah, so it looked like they were equal lows, but they're not exactly equal lows down there. They're just like relative equal lows. But I'll still be looking to take one more trade, honestly. You said just got here, love the new thumbnail. Appreciate that. Yeah, I did get a new thumbnail. Where was I at last? So why is it taking so long to inverse? Honestly, I feel like the longer it takes to inverse, it's like less of a good setup. That makes sense. Like in this case, I feel like it took like what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like 4 candles is like the least amount that it can take to inverse. And I feel like the close for me at least was like barely acceptable. But I just feel like higher time frame. Like we pulled into this 15-minute gap in bullish order flow. There's that gap above. You said, what was your mindset on that trade? I thought you would have waited to the 5-minute IFVG. I mean, there is no 5-minute IFVG here. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's no 5-minute here. We tapped into this 15-minute gap, and then we inverted this 1 minute coming out of there. So like this 1 minute is the highest time frame gap in the current price leg. So I mean, like there's no 5-minute gap here. It's looking like we're rating my stop and going up a little bit. I want to see if we open up any gaps. Like, The thing I hate is we're just not opening up gaps. If there was an inverse here, I'd be taking it. There's no entry. I mean, I guess, nah, I can't take that. That 2 minutes so ass, I can't take that. Like, and not like it matters too much, but I feel like moments in this in trading are just like times when you feel like you want to get tilted, because it's like, dude, you stop rated me, and now what are we doing? Going straight up to the moon. Perfect stop rate. You said bad girl. Oh, you're still in that M code too? That's what's up. I'm glad you're still in that. I mean, in the future, I wouldn't recommend holding past your stop loss, but... You said it wanted the relative equal lows? I mean, yeah. You said I took a scalp on the big green candle? Damn, I'm down bad in these top step accounts. I can only lose 2 more trades before I blow them. And now I'm slightly green on the day. That's what's up. You said, yo, what's your bias currently? Just joined. So I'm definitely bullish. I feel like on the 4 hour, right, we've tapped into like this BPR, balanced price range. We like inverted this 4 hour gap down here. We created these bullish 4 hour gaps in the same place where they're aligned, right? We actually even swept. There's like a data low here from like December 18th. We never swept. So we took out all those things. We're reacting up. There's also this new week opening gap. Like the difference in the closing price Friday night and Sunday's open, right? So I feel like we want to fill in at least part of this gap. I'm not necessarily saying we're going to fill in all of it. But I feel like my main draw is the start of this new week opening gap. And we are respecting, like right now, we've tapped into this bullish 15-minute gap and we're respecting it. You said, I want to fade this move up, but we're clearly not having any follow through on the short, so I might call it a session watch. What's up, JP3? How are you? Right now, I'm bullish, honestly. I think we want to hit this new week opening gap. Like, even if we were going to continue down, I think we might at least come up here first and then go down maybe, but... What's up, Barnacle? How are you? You said, I think it's early for today to quit. Real money is willing to... I mean, yeah, I'll keep trading for the next, like, 40 minutes. Well, I'll call after, like, once it gets to 11:10, if I can't find anything, I'll just call it there. You said doing good, just took a loss, but it's alright. If it makes you feel any better, I just took a loss, too. I took, like, a 1-minute inverse down here. And then it stop rated me, and then ran to my take profit. Oh, yo, what's up, Anthony? How are you, bro? You said we took the same loss? Hey, that's what's up. At least we had the same mindset. Honestly, the thing going against me in this trade, though, like, in this case in specific, the close wasn't that good. Like, normally, if a close, like, we wick up, and the body close, like, we pull back, it's not a strong close. In this case, I feel like the higher time frame draw was really obvious. So I was comfortable taking, like, a subpar close, right? Because, like, we're delivering from this 15-minute bullish gap. And, like, I feel like I'm really confident this new week opening gaps can get hit, honestly. You said every loss is one step closer to a win? Yeah, exactly. You said about to go grocery shopping, eggs, beef. That's what's up. Gotta get that protein in. So in a minute, we're going to open up this 5-minute gap down here. I want to see us pull back into this 5-minute gap and give me a clear inverse, like, coming out of there. I thought the first thing I'd look to target is maybe Asia highs, but I really want to see this new week opening gap get hit. You said, yo, I'm going to a church draw. Well, have a good rest of your day, Bakanu. Appreciate you stopping by. So we just opened up this 5-minute gap down here. I want to see us pull back into this 5-minute gap and give me a reaction out of it. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to get that, but I can hope. You know, if I had to guess, there's a chance I might get an entry closer to 11. Because honestly, I could see us waiting until like the 11 a.m. macro to actually give a good price action. Like, let's say we keep trending up and then 11 a.m. manipulates down. That'd be nice. But I'm just waiting for any retracement for long at this point. You said the draw is yesterday's high and Asia high. I mean, yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the main draw is what's right above there, which is this new week opening gap. Because, like, if you look at the difference between, like, Friday's closing price and Sunday's opening price, like, that's a new week opening gap. And I always call those, like, very strong draws. So, I mean, I'm not saying we have to fill in, like, all of it, but honestly, I think we're at least going to hit the start of it. Because we really haven't filled in, like, any portion of this new week opening gap, like, at all. You said, bro's background music sounds Christmassy. I like it. Yeah, honestly, I have a random playlist of a bunch of assorted songs, and I just have it rotate. Just ripping up. It's also possible we might just open up a 15-minute gap. Maybe trade into like this 15-minute gap, which would be nice. But I'm still waiting for a pullback. I mean, we got to pull back pretty far. Like, this 5-minute gap is low-key, like, what, 50 points away? Hopefully we can pull back 50 points. So there's what, 7.5 minutes till we might open up this 15-minute gap. We're actually starting to pull back a little bit. You said, okay, I'm back. Still didn't miss anything? Not really, no. I feel like for the past couple minutes, it's been pretty boring. I'm waiting for like maybe in 5 minutes, we can open up this 15-minute gap. We can trade back into like the 15-minute gap, react out of there. I mean, if not, there's like this 5-minute gap further down we might pull into. But honestly, I really want to see this 15-minute gap get created, then pull back into there. Get a reaction out of the 15-minute gap. Some boring ass price action. At least we're gonna open up this 15-minute gap in like 3.5 minutes. So at least once this opens up, I was gonna say at least we might be able to pull back into it, but it looks like we're going up right now. I mean, maybe if we don't pull back now, maybe 11 a.m. will be the point we pull back at, but ugh. We're really flying up. I like that we're pulling back. I mean, it might be a short-lived pullback, but I need us to pull back into some gap. He said, bro, turn the music down, please. I got you. Is that better? I'll check on my phone how loud it is. You said the music is good, though? Yeah, I'm trying to see on my phone how loud it is. You know, I'll do it. I'll do the middle ground. You said definitely not loud. I have my own music going over your stream. I can hear you fine, but I can't even hear your music. Yeah, I turn it down a little bit, but exactly, I could barely hear it. Honestly, after stream, I'll go back and listen to how loud it is. I'll try to adjust the audio levels. I'll find a good medium. Damn, I still want to pull back. We finally did open up this 15-minute gap down here, though. You said took second trade already? No, I haven't found anything just yet. I guess technically I took a break even and then I took a loss, but I haven't taken like my second trade of the day. Because I'll allow myself 2 losses in the day. You said still bullish? Oh yeah, I'm definitely still bullish. It's not even like, I feel like ES didn't even tap into any gaps yet, because the closest gap on ES is this 5-minute gap, but it's not like ES has tapped into any gaps yet either, so. Oh my god. I'm getting excited. We're pulling back. This is so exciting for me. Do you have any more spaghetti packet tips for trading evals? So like, I definitely have tips for trading evals with consistency rules, but before I answer, I want to clarify what's spaghetti packet tips. I don't get the spaghetti packet part. I need Nasdaq to come down like a couple more points. Oh, you said autocorrect. There should be any tips. I mean, honestly, just go for lower risk to reward. So I feel like people always ask about like consistency rules. I feel like if you go for like base hits, like lower risk to reward, like by nature, you don't have big days. And honestly, I feel like, and the thing is, I know this might sound a little crazy, and people say like, oh, well, it'll take me forever to pass an eval. Well, it's like, if you're going with a really high risk reward, you can risk a little heavier. I'm sorry, a low risk reward, you can risk heavier. Because like by nature, your win rate's going to be higher. So it's like acceptable to risk a little heavier. Did we not tap into this 15 minute? Okay, now we tapped into the 15 minute. Okay. So I'm waiting for a reaction out of this 15-minute gap. We created this 1-minute gap right here. Honestly, if we close through this 1 minute, I'm looking to take a long. What, 34-point stop? 5 contracts. MNQ. Oh, there's a 2-minute gap that just opened up. There's a 3-minute gap that's going to open up. There's a 4-minute gap. Oh, so many gaps. That thing would have had to shut up like right then. You see there's a 2-minute, yeah. One thing I do like though is we still have like what 10 minutes until this 15-minute candle closes. So like I mean we could manipulate down for the next like couple minutes, but like we have time until we actually invert this 15. That makes sense? Because like if we do close through the 15, I can't be as bullish. That makes sense. But so we're about to tap into this unfilled. Yeah, we tapped into this 5-minute as well. So we've tapped into this unfilled 15-minute. Well, it was unfilled. We've tapped into this 5-minute. Oh, it looks like we're giving a reaction out of this 5-minute now. I feel like what's most likely going to happen here is we're probably going to open up this 5-minute gap here. And either I might take a long if we close through that 5-minute, but we need a good close. Like I would really prefer if a candle closes like somewhere up here. So like I can get a 1-to-1 approximately at Asian high. The thing is, I mean, I could target the start. Honestly, I might target the start of this new week opening gap, regardless of what happens. But and I was saying before, I did expect the price action would kind of get better for me. Like once it came to the 11 a.m. macro, right? So it's like what? The 11 a.m. macro started 3 minutes ago. I feel like the 11 a.m. macro was around when the pullback started I wanted. So in a minute, we're going to open up this 5-minute gap up here. So I'm probably just going to wait for this 5 minute to get inversed. You said, did you end up getting anything? I mean, well, I took the break even pretty close to market open. And then I took a loss somewhere around here, like right after 10. You said, do you trade PB? Yeah, I trade pretty similar to the guys over at PB. Should mean the mech model. More like, you know, the continuation model that Blake has? So, I mean, I take some trades that are like mech. Nah, I really don't trade the AMD. Like, you're talking about, like, Patrick's, like, PDI model. I really don't trade PDI that much, but I use, like, continuations a lot. So we just opened up this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. Interesting. There actually might be a mech model going up to this unfilled 5-minute gap, maybe. Let's see. I mean, am I bugging, right? Because this is the unfilled 5-minute. Yeah, I mean, I would just need inversion going toward the unfilled 5-minute, though, which I might not get, because even on the 30-second, there's no, like, bearish gap here. It's not bad. We might open up a 1-minute gap here, which is not bad. It wouldn't be a 30-second, honestly. It would have to happen really quick, because I really want to see this 15-minute gap hold. But let's say if we can immediately, like, invert this 1 minute, like right after it gets formed, I would try that. I would just go break even at the unfilled gap, but we might just dump. I don't know. So honestly, if this candle right here is going to close through this 1 minute, I'm going to try a long. I'll go break even at that unfilled 5-minute gap above. I just want to double check. There's no 2-minute gap here. There's no 3-minute. There's no 4-minute. There's no 5-minute. Yeah, so this 1 minute's the highest time frame gap separating us from the unfilled 5-minute. So if this gap were to get inverted, I would try a long. So if this candle wants to shoot up and close to this gap, I might try this, but nah, we didn't close through it. I know it definitely is a tiny gap, but I feel like I'm kind of confident, like, in my higher time frame bias. And I feel like it also follows, like, if we invert this 1 minute, I feel like we should at least rebalance this unfilled 5-minute. But we'll see. I mean, there's a chance we might invert this 15-minute unless we start going up soon. You said we got 2 minutes to... Yeah, exactly. So like it would have to close like this candle. Like let's say if it closes on this candle, I'd try this honestly. I want a strong close to this gap though. Ooh, 7 seconds. Nah. That's not a close through. So the thing is, I gotta mark out. For the heck of it, I want to mark out. So if we do get this inversion, by nature, we would have to... Oh, I might not get an entry. That's so annoying. We already tapped into the unfilled 5-minute gap, so there's no entry there. So this 15-minute gap is definitely holding. So honestly, at this point, I'm just looking for a close through this 5-minute gap right here. Because I can take a long off of that. We're just flying up right now. So hopefully for the next like 5 minutes, I want to see us like just slowly come up. Because I don't want to see us just keep pumping. Because I don't want to like get a bad close. Because I want to go break even at this internal high up here if we close to this 5-minute. So I want to see price kind of chill out for a couple minutes. And me personally, I would definitely target the start of this new week opening gap up here. But gotta wait 4.5 minutes. He said, I'm in. Said, what should I do to have real-time trading view if I got an FTMO account? Well, I mean, you just gotta pay, it's under like subscriptions or whatever. And you just gotta pay the monthly like CME data fee for real-time futures data. He said, took my green, don't trust anything. Yeah, me personally, I'm not too confident in longs until we invert this 5-minute. Well, I mean, I'm confident in longs, but like I'm not too confident to put a position on until we invert this 5-minute. I'm just scared it's going to fly my way without giving me an entry. Like, I know, I feel like the way we're moving, right? See this thing? It's going to fly my way and not give me an entry, watch. He said it's already 11. Yeah, I mean, time goes by quick, honestly. Oh, this thing's gonna hit my break even. Can you not hit my break even? I'm not getting an entry on this probably. I definitely had a lot of right ideas today. Like I kept calling price. Like I was even trying to take longs like down here. I was trying to take longs down there. I was trying to take longs down here. I was trying to take a long over here. I mean, we still have 2.5 minutes. I honestly want this candle to pull back. I have 2 minutes till this candle close. I want this candle to stay exactly where it is for the next 2 minutes. Like exactly where it is. If it stays where it is right here, I can get a 1-to-1 at the start of this new week opening gap, which is almost exactly what I want. And honestly, even if this candle gives me a shit close, I will still take it because we're respecting a higher time frame 15-minute gap. I feel like it's really clear. We're moving toward a clear draw, in my opinion. Damn, we're just pulling back though. Honestly, even if it gives me a shit close, I'm gonna try this long. I have 1 minute and 10 seconds till the close. It would be, honestly, if it closes here though, it's not the strongest close, but at least I could get a good risk to reward here. But there's 55 seconds. I want it to stay right where it is. Maybe go up a little bit. But $35 seconds. I wanted to close like somewhere up here, yeah. 30 seconds. So I'm probably gonna take this. Unless it wicks down really bad and like barely closes through the gap, I'm probably gonna try this. I don't like that. Come on, go up, Nasdaq. Okay, I'll take this. I'm in. How are you gonna tell me I'm only risking $260 on this? Should I take one more con? I'm gonna take one more con. Oh, that's better. That's so much better. Okay, I'll show my executions. Definitely not the best close. What did I hit? I did not mean to get another contract. Okay. Let's stop hitting the wrong buttons. I'm risking $400, which I wanted to. I was trying to go to the 5-minute chart. I'm scared to hit anything now. So my break-even point is up here. My take profit is going to be this new week opening gap, which is like up there. Now, honestly, so the reason I took this, even though the close isn't the best, I feel like, I mean, part of the reason I lost the other trade was because the close wasn't the best. But I feel like in this case, right, like, I feel like we're delivering from this 15-minute gap pretty strongly. I feel like we're in clear bullish order flow. I also just like this new week opening gap above. I feel like we're just clearly trending toward this new week opening gap. It's the new week opening gap too hasn't been filled at all. So like me personally, the way I trade at least, I'm pretty confident in that new week opening gap getting hit. I always love when I have executions on my screen because honestly, I feel like more people come by when I have executions on my screen. The brain rot people when they're scrolling through streams are like, oh, this guy flashing numbers. You said, can you zoom out for a sec? I mean, yeah. I'll just go on trading view. I mean, this is kind of zoomed out. I mean, if you zoom out, like we're moving bullish right now. Like we're in bullish market structure. This is the 5-minute chart right here. I mean, I can go like the 1 hour if you want. This is the 1 hour chart. I'm essentially targeting the start of this new week opening gap up here. Because I feel like that's where we're currently trending toward. Oh, you said, yeah, I wanted to see your max TP. Yeah, my take profit, it's at 25,472. I have it like one tick below there, though. You said I'm waiting for the 1 minute inverse? The 1 minute inverse? Oh, the 1 minute inverse that happened right now? That's honestly not a bad idea, honestly. And so I mean, we're coming up here on 11:10. So I mean, I'll let this trade do whatever it's gonna do. I'll sit here and hold it for as long as I need to. But like, I'm not taking any more trades at this point. You said, yeah, I'm in now. That's what's up. I hope this trade works out. I feel like we're definitely moving in bullish order flow right now. You said, can you show me how you use the calculator size right here? Yeah. So I pretty much when I was anticipating this setup to happen, like if you guys saw me on TradingView, I kept playing with this like risk to reward tool. I was essentially looking and saying, when this closes, like where do I expect this candle to close? So like I was typing in like, okay, let's say approximately we're probably gonna have a 70-point stop, right? So I came here, I typed in, I'm trading NQ micros, right? I said my account size is 50K. And then I said, okay, well, I have a 70-point stop loss. I want to risk 0.8% of my account, which is $400. And it told me to take 2 contracts. In this case, though, I kind of realized I was under risked. And I did some math, and I was like, wait, if I do a 60-point stop loss? And I was like, oh, if I do 60, it'll be 3. Because I feel like once you get to a certain point, I feel like they, it's like you're either picking like a $300 stop loss or a $500, and it's kind of hard to get 400 exactly, if that makes sense, because you're kind of rounding. So I'm getting ready, though. I'm probably going to go break even pretty soon here. So I'm waiting for NQ to take this internal high for me to go break even. So I'm break even right here. This is now a risk-free trade. I'm essentially hoping this trade to just flush all the way up to the start of this new week opening gap. We have Asia highs also pretty close above, so we probably will come up to Asia highs, but bare minimum. I could go for a 1-to-1 here, but I'm really confident. I've been talking about literally all morning. I want to see this new week opening gap get hit. So what's the expression? I'm putting my mouth where my money is, or yeah, I mean, I wonder, out of curiosity, where even is 1-to-1? Said my TP Asia high. Honestly, not a bad idea. Asia high, that's like a 1-to-1 for me around there. You said, wait, did you enter off a 5-minute inversion? I mean, yeah, this is a 5-minute inverse, and we're delivering from a 15-minute gap. I mean, once this trade hits, I'm going to do a full breakdown of like all my logic and what caused me to enter. I'm also going to break down, I took 1 loss before this, and I'm going to break down my logic on that loss as well, but I still got to let this thing do its thing, right? We're up, what, $260? My TP's $560. We still have yet to take out Asia highs. I want to know, what is this drawing up here? It says break even. You said the way I trade is targeting previous session highs and lows. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Bro said, are you losing? Where's your TP? My take profit, it's at the new week opening gap. It's like 25,471.75 is my take profit. But I mean, I did lose a trade earlier in the day. So technically right now I am net negative, but I'm hoping at least this trade hits. And if this trade does hit, I'll be up like 200 on the day. Which, I mean, 200 is not that much money, but at least like I'll go from a loss to a win, if that makes sense. But I do not like this reaction right now. We're wicking down really hard. So hopefully we can kind of start going back up right now. You said, where's your stop loss? Right now, my stop loss is a break even. My stop loss was at this swing low down here, where the long short tool is. But I moved my stops to break even because we took the internal high. That is not what I want to see. So we're going to open up a new 5-minute candle in like 20 seconds. Maybe the next candle will shoot up instead of this one. Because this is not the close I want to see. We're like 20 points for my stop loss. Which is at break even, but still. Fuck, go up, Nasdaq. Don't stop me at break even. I feel like I'm frozen in fear. I mean, it's not like I shouldn't be emotional. Like, I mean, I feel like it's normal to have some emotions when you're trading. Like, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna modify anything. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and move my stop loss. I'm not gonna adjust my take profit. But like, this is kind of heart wrenching to see. Because honestly, I feel like the new week opening gap, I feel like it's gonna get hit. Like, even if this thing raids my break even, eventually that shit's gonna get hit. Fuck. Oh, Nasdaq. You said how many trades do you take to pass combine? At Top Step, I usually use 2. Oh, you said what's up, Tim? I'm done for the day. See you later, bro. Have a good rest of your day, Vise. I'd appreciate you stopping by. But I mean, when I pass combines at Top Step, I literally be full porting them. Like, I literally risk the whole drawdown to make whatever I want to make on the day. Like, either 50% of the total, like whatever 50% of my total profit target is, because they have the consistency rule. Well, go up, Nasdaq. You wicked down. You came really close to stop me at break even. You said you have a personal account? Nah, I only trade prop firms right now. So I really want to pay attention to this close. You said better risk reward? Yeah, exactly. I feel like when I have, like, if I have bread, where, like, I can put, like, 50K in a live account, like, then it would make sense for me to go to a live account. Because then you don't got to worry about, like, payout denials. Because, like, payout denials are very rare, but it's still a thing that does happen, if you know what I mean. You don't got to follow all their rules, worry about, like, it's like, oh, I micro-scalped or violated a news rule or whatever. So there's like a minute and a half until this 5-minute candle closes. I really want to see, yeah, exactly what it's doing right there. I want to see it come up and close bullish. I shouldn't have talked. I jinxed myself. Okay, I'm probably getting stopped to break even in 5 seconds. Okay, I gotta stop to break even. That's so fucking annoying. So I'll break down all the trades I took, but honestly, like even if it wasn't even if it wasn't past 11:10, I'd probably stop trading. So I'm probably gonna be tilted. Honestly, like I'll be upset. And like, look at this. Watch? It's probably gonna wick my stop loss and then go my way, I bet. But so the first trade that I took on the day, right? So I took this. This was such an unlucky day. So the first trade that I took was a 1 minute inverse, right? So coming into the session, well, I should probably do my bias first, right? I'm just looking at this. I'm watching this trade just raid my break even and go my way. But so on the daily, I feel like the daily is kind of choppy. I will admit. You can see we had this like gap down on the daily, this new week opening gap. I feel like on the 4 hour, the 4 hour is like where I got more of the story from. I feel like I brought this up multiple times today, where we have this 4 hour like gap that got inverted, right? So this is a bearish gap we're inverting. At the same time we're inverting these gaps, we're also creating these bullish gaps down here. So that's what I call like a balanced price range, a BPR, right? Like it's an inverse aligned with a fair value gap, right? As well as, I'm not going to bother scrolling over. Like I know I showed once earlier in the stream, but this line over here is actually, there was a data low left behind on December 18th. So we actually came and swept out that data low. We actually reacted really strongly off of it, right? Like you can see I drew out that level. That was a level we reacted like ridiculously strongly off of, right? And from there, you can see like on all the time frames, we had like a flip and order flow, right? Like you can see like on the 15 minute, like we had this high, made this low. We broke above this high. Unlike the smaller time frames too, we're just breaking structure going up. So the first trade that I took was like right at market open, which is like right here, right? We created this 15-minute fair value gap. We pulled back into that 15-minute fair value gap and we gave me a 1 minute inverse, right? So you can see we created this 1 minute gap and immediately closed through it. And this 1 minute gap right here, that's the highest time frame gap in the current price leg, right? So we're delivering from this 15, inverting the highest time frame gap, and I was just going for like a 1-to-1. So essentially, what happened here, right, was we hit my break even point because it's kind of hard to see because ES isn't here, but ES like took the internal high, so I had to go break even. So like we pretty much kind of just pushed up here, and I came back down, stopped me at break even right here. So that was my first trade, stopped at break even. From there, I did actually take a loss. So I tried, it was like another 1 minute inversion. So I'll delete these boxes. So the next trade that I took was after we pulled back into this 15-minute gap, right? So you can see right here, as we're trending up, we create another bullish 15-minute gap. I'm pretty sure it was inside that gap. I took this. Yeah, so we pulled into... I gotta refresh my mind on my executions. No, I actually took it earlier in the day. I lied. I took it at like 10:10. So... Oh wait, I think I reminded myself what happened here. Oh, yeah. So after we tapped into this 15-minute gap once, we pretty much re-swept the low inside that gap. Yeah, this is exactly what I took. So, well, no. So we tapped into the 15-minute gap, and we gave me this 1 minute inverse coming out of it, right? So, like, the thing was, the close was not the best, right? So, like, we're delivering from a 15-minute gap. It took us, like, 4 candles to close through. I feel like 4 candles is, like, the maximum amount of candles I want to see before we close through a gap. So and even the close wasn't the best also, because when you look at this candle right here, we left a wick to the top side. I feel like the best inversions, like they don't leave behind a wick up at the top, right? Like the candle body closes at the top of the candle, right? The thing was, I feel like me personally, I was just confident in this setup, right? Like we had this new week opening gap above, which I feel like I feel like this draw should be getting hit, this new week opening gap. I feel like we're moving in bullish order flow toward it. So I pretty much on this setup just got stop rated, right? I mean, like I know there were like relative equal lows at my stop, like on the 30-second, I want to say. Yeah, like but the thing is, I don't really pay attention to like these 30-second relative equal lows too hard. Cause like then when you look at the 1 minute, like there's really not those relative equal lows. So honestly, that's like a setup. Like I'm okay with taking a loss on something like this. But and I took one more trade that ended up stopping me at break even. I'm low-key a little less tilted right now. I was a little tilted during that trade, like just which means upset, right? But so we created this 15-minute gap right here as we're trending up, right? So at this point, we're delivering from a 15-minute gap. We've now inverted this 5-minute gap, right? So we're respecting a bullish 15-minute, disrespecting a bearish 5-minute. So I took a market order, essentially once we closed through this 5-minute gap. I went break even when we took this internal high up here. So I got stopped to break even. It's looking like this break even is about to save me from taking this loss. So I definitely played it the correct way. Like, it's not like I can't just say, like, I think this new week opening gaps can get hit. I can't sit here and blatantly think that all morning long, right? Like, if my strategy tells me to go break even, I got to go break even, and it'll save me in times like today. But, yeah, I mean, the thing was, I just really thought, like, this new week opening gap, it's the gap between the closing price Friday and the opening price on Sunday, right? I feel like these new week opening gaps always tend to get filled in. And it's not like ES or NQ is filled it in. So, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, even if it doesn't get hit now, I do think eventually, like, this new week opening gaps can get hit. And it's definitely an area I'll keep targeting, but I'm done for the day. I mean, I'm down, I'll show you guys. I mean, I'm down, what is this, $363 on my 5 Top Step funded accounts. I'll show you guys the calendar. I've been getting cooked this month. So I started off kind of strong. I took a break even, and then I took 1 win, 1 loss with a 1-2. But last week, I took 2 losses. I took a loss today, and then the 15th is basically break even. But I took 1 trade, and I was like, wait, why am I in this, and closed it. But I'm basically down like 3R. So essentially, if I take 2 more losses, I blow the account. It's not, honestly, it's not like I'm sitting here like horrified of blowing the account. Like, honestly, like, all these trades I'm taking, it's not like I'm looking back at them and saying, damn, like, these are shit trades. Like, honestly, like, this one right here, I don't think it's a shit trade. Like, we're delivering from a 15-minute, we're inverting a 5, there's new week opening gap above. Like, with similar conditions, like, I would take this trade, like, 9 days out of 10, honestly. And same thing with, like that 1 minute I took down here, it stopped me at break even. Like, I'm honestly, even though I finished with a loss, I'm still happy with the way I executed, but I'll lock out my account because there's no shot I'm trading anymore today. And this thing might hit my take profit, but it's really whatever. But so that was pretty much it. So, I mean, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes in case you guys have any questions, but that's pretty much all I got for today. I mean, I will be live again every single day for the rest of the week at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be trading just like I did here today. You said statistically 5 red trades in a row will yield. Yeah, exactly. I feel like once you get to like I know my strategy in specific, I feel like the max drawdown it gets into is like on average, let's say like 3 to 4 trades. And that's like even like a little extreme, like for like drawdown periods. But I eventually come out of it. And like even if I do blow these accounts, like as a trader, like my job isn't to win, it's just to take the best setups possible, and like in time I will win, right? Like, because you could still take the best setups possible and still not get the desired outcome, but like if you keep acting that way, eventually you will. That makes sense. But yo, I'm about to film a fire video after the stream. I got a great idea in mind. You know, I won't tell you guys just yet, but But if you guys aren't already, I do have my free Discord. It's linked in the pinned comment as well as my profile. So definitely join that free Discord. You guys can tag me anytime in there, ask me any questions. I can't guarantee I'll respond in a timely fashion, but I definitely try to respond to everyone. You said, I definitely need to learn to lose. My break even got hit a little before yours, and I instantly re-entered like an idiot. It hit my account hard. I did not take the same 5-minute. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I feel like experiences like this, like, when you get tempted to break your rules, when you get tempted to re-enter like an idiot, like you said, like I'm using your, like, I'm not saying you're an idiot. It's a very common mistake. I mean, I've done the exact same thing you're doing right now before, but like, so when you get tempted to make the same decision again, think back to right now. Like one of the things that kind of helped me stop over trading was like, I feel like I over traded so many days and it gave me a bad outcome every time. And one day I sat there and I was like, how many times have I over traded and it actually worked out in my favor? Like I thought to myself, like, I feel like every time I over trade, I'm blowing an account. And it's like, if I didn't over trade on these certain days and I only factored in the winning days where I executed good, like I'd be making money. It's like, so I kind of realized the number one thing separating me from profitability at one time in my career, it wasn't like me taking more good trades. It was more about me avoiding the bad trades and focusing on only taking the good trades, if that makes sense. But you'll learn it in time. But I'm trying to think, what else am I going to say? I mentioned my free Discord. If you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, my favorite prop firm is Alpha Futures. And you guys can use my discount code, which is code TIMB272. It will get you 10% off all evaluations at Alpha Futures, so I highly recommend them. I know the zero plan is really great. It's like $99 before any discount all in. It's got no activation fee. And then if you use my discount code, which is code TIMB272, that will get you, it'll bring it down to like $90 all in for 50K. I feel like it's a great opportunity. Anything else I'm missing? I feel like I always have these things I say at the end. I mean, I mentioned my free Discord. I mentioned Alpha Futures. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I mean, I'll be live trading. This is a regular thing. I live trade Monday to Friday for New York AM session. I trade Nasdaq futures every single morning. So I will be live again for the rest of the week at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by, hanging out with me, trading with me, asking me any questions. And I hope all you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And you can catch me again tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. But peace out, guys.